What was the kind of
situation where I felt I failed or something like that?
excellent? Yeah.
I will not call it as a failure or something where I felt a little bad about the incidents or something.
Mhm.
I really, because what happens, there is no action which is, if the intent is correct, you are moving,
Right.
it is not, may not be correct for me to really define in that parlance, failure or not. But yes, as far as I'm concerned, I will not be able to define that. But yes, there are issues where I felt that things were very difficult. I remember it was, I think, 1st January 1987, and it was from the northeastern borders. It was snow-clad areas, and there were some issues. Things were there, things like today. So if you go back to 87 in northeastern border, I think you can probably read through that. So we were actually moving back, and I was moving back. I was given responsibility of a young officer, and I was driving my jeep with my people there. And we have the when you come out of this snow, you remove your skid chains. It is a chain which is tied in the tire and all. So I had removed things were there, and it was climbing a mountain pass, and it was perfectly okay. But there was a small patch where the snow had become ice film. It is like a glass,
Okay.
and I was driving that Jeep Willys very comfortably, 20 kilometers an hour because I was moving with the convoy, and suddenly my Jeep turned and it fell into the just one slip. And after that, there was a sheer drop like this slope. I was driving, my driver was next, and my buddy, my soldier was behind in the jeep. And Willys jeep, you can come out only from the front side. You can't jump out. I was trying to apply my brake, and jeep was not stopping because the gradient was so much. And I could see maybe after 25 or 30 meters or so, there was a sheer fall. And that area is very, very dangerous area. It is known as Sela Pass. It's a very famous. It is on the way to Tawang. And my driver said, who was sitting in the car, he said, "Saab, गाड़ी रुकेगी नहीं अभी." I कहा, क्या करें फिर? And this guy was behind. He said, "Saab, let's step out. Otherwise, we all will die." You see, Saurabh, it was $1 million what you are asking the crisis. For me, I was on the wheels. And my buddy, he was a Sepoy, a Gorkha, he was behind. But I took a call. He said, "Saab, please come out, otherwise हम सब गिर जाएंगे नीचे." So, hundreds of thousands of feet drop. And we both moved out. And I just stood to watch that jeep drop thousands of feet. You can imagine my mind. But you know what happened? The jeep, I don't know how. I applied so much of brake, it did not stop. It just stopped at the brim. And my buddy was telling me later on, we recovered that jeep. He was telling, I said, "What were you seeing?" He said, "I was seeing only the fall. There was nothing in front of me. I was seeing only the drop." And that guy remained there in the vehicle for 30 minutes without moving. And I came out, let me tell you, it was all declared that, Tiwari Saab to aaj gaye Sela Pass mein. Because, that pass is very bad. So, well, it was not failure, but yes, it challenged my entire thing, probably. And I started believing in my destiny, of course, And I'm still in touch, thank God, to the Facebook. I'm connected to my same buddy. He's in Nepal now. So, well, Saurabh, thanks a lot for my, raising my curiosity and provoking my mind that way. It is wonderful to getting back myself.
Thank you so much.
Great,
That's
great.
so nice to hear this kind of incident. And
Yeah.
yeah, I think a lot of us we go through this in our real life situations.
Every day is a challenge. It's a fun, of course. It's an adventure. It's
Seriously.
fun.
Sorry,
So,
Chintan, go ahead.
thank you, JK, thank you, Saurabh. And we formally begin our today's session. So, thanks everyone. Thanks for joining in. I welcome you for this session on leading through vulnerabilities by Brigadier JK Tiwari. JK is his, I would say the Takhallus, and we all would call him JK. So that is something which we as a friends of TMI know him now. So thank you, sir, for taking your time and then joining us. I would take a minute for sharing the community update before we formally get started and formally introduce you. Just ground rules, this session is being recorded. So in case if any one of you has got any objection against the recording, you may kindly leave. Let us start our community updates. In last 1 month, we have been maintaining our momentum with Walkathon. We have walked as a team, and by now we have crossed to like 40,000 mark. So, just to update our JK, our newest member in the community, we have a team of walkers and we use the app. So, with the number of steps you take every day, number of steps you walk, the app actually converts those steps and then enables you to donate the generated money to the charity of your choice.
Okay, yeah, I read that.
So that is how we have been actively doing. Our other subgroup, Read and Write, has written a uh, article and on Gandhiji. The title of the article is "Gandhi is Relevant Forever," and this has been published on the TMI community page. A lot of people, around 700 of them, have viewed this article by now. Other and last but not the least update is we are like around 1100 plus members community. So this is where we are. Now let us begin with a brief introduction of JK. I would start कि ये introduction सूरज को दिया दिखाने जैसा है. In no words I can narrate. I am so small to narrate, not at all capable to narrate achievements of Brigadier J.K. Tiwari. He has been a combat leader. He is from the Gorkha regiment, the Gorkha Rifles, and this is where he has been leading entire battalion in the war field, and that is where he has been strategizing, learning, and again implementing those learning in real time. So there are a set of people who have been excellent in academics, and there are a set of people who actually implemented those learnings. So Brigadier Tiwari is from this side of people who have implemented these learnings, and he has got a practical experience of implementing those learnings. Not only battlefields in sensitive areas of India, but he has also led missions in United Nations. So that is something he has been active on. He has led various strategic positions in various command as well as army headquarters. So this is something his life until January 2019. And a teacher and a strategist always remains a teacher and strategist. So life after Jan 2019, when he retired from Indian Army, he has formally taken up and transitioned to a career of a professional coach. He has been mentoring various leaders. He has been conducting programs for different corporates and CXOs. At this point, I would also like to thank Brigadier Ramakrishnan, who introduced us as TMI community, and because of his personal request, we have Brigadier Tiwari with us today. So thanks, Brigadier Ramakrishnan. And last but not the least, Brigadier Tiwari has got a training module, and this training module spans for 3 days. It's a 3-day training module, and on our request he would be conducting a crisp version of entire training into 3 webinars. So in this 3 webinar series, this is the first webinar, and the title of today's webinar is Leading Through Vulnerabilities. So thanks everyone for joining in, and I hope you enjoyed this webinar, which is full of learning. Just on the ground rules, kindly type your queries in the chat box. We will have a formal question and answer session towards the end of the session. Thank you so much for joining in, and over to you, JK.
Yeah, firstly, good evening formally to everyone, and my best wishes to all of you. And I feel or express my gratitude to every one of you of having spared this moment and probably felt important to be probably in this particular topic. Before I start, I must also thank, Brigadier Ramakrishnan. We call him Ramki. We are batchmates, of course. And because he has his certain issues, so we were just talking. And that's where, probably opportunities come in a way. And I feel fortunate that I'm, interacting with you all. The platform which I love to, of course, be, because we all are seasoned people. And we are going to be interacting. So this is where it is, because, the another issue which is there is that probably in this type of methodology that Google Meet, if I share my screen, I cannot see myself. I think that's what the limitation is. So I think once I start sharing, I think my face will not be seen to all of you. I think after that, but in between, I'll be asking certain, normal interactive questions. You all can write it. Chintan can see to that, and they are not questions and all. So, before I get on to presentation, you see the topic itself, leading through vulnerabilities. And when you see the topic, leadership in crisis, topic, when you think about it, it actually raises a lot of vulnerabilities in the head itself. Okay. But I have tried to put it across very simplistically as a very generalistic pattern, which can be applied across, and we'll go through it. So it is that way. And second is that, the interaction or the, if I ended up that, let's have everyone coming onto the camera and let's have, I keep asking questions and I'll ask that, okay, Mohit, hi, Mohit Nigam. Suppose since you're coming in front of my screen, that's why I took your name. So I raise a question and I ask, okay, Mohit, can he have you? Your answer. So what happened? We have been through our schools and colleges. It makes you vulnerable, of course. We say, yeah, come on. So I put up, these are normal instincts, of course. So anyway, it has been a great moment for me to present this particular topic. And what Chintan was mentioning, it was basically a series which I had made it in length. One was the main theme was leadership in crisis. And the first head was the leading through vulnerability. Second was crisis and future perspectives. And this was actually when the present situation crisis had started. And the third one was more related to the military ethics and the crisis. How the military actually directly deals and what are those 5-7 qualities or something like that. So these are the frameworks. So I will just start sharing my screen now. And so that we move on and let's have a good session onto that. Yeah. So Chintan, I hope things are in order. My screen can be seen fully.
It is yet to appear, sir.
Just a minute.
Select entire screen, sir.
Okay, no problem. I think I did a mistake.
Oh.
Is it now?
Yes, we are able to see your screen. Just click on the hide, which is next to stop sharing. And if you can just move on to the slide.
It's okay now?
Yes, sir. Perfect.
Yeah, okay. So leading through vulnerabilities, leadership in crisis. And my name is, of course, Brigadier Jayant Tiwari. A lot of has been spoken by Chintan. And of course, I work on the tagline of Life Leadership Excellence. Sometimes later when we catch up, we'll probably discuss about this. So let's move on. So, the agenda for the day, I would be basically covering these issues. One is that I'll be dealing certain issues to set the stage, right? So that we all are on the similar mental framework. That is about the leader or leadership in crisis or in vulnerabilities. So this is a safe setting where we start thinking almost alike. Second is as to what and why of vulnerability. And I've tried to make something like a cycle of vulnerability. Through vulnerability, it is the mechanism as to how I move through the vulnerability. And then I come out with some suggested framework. I think we are all used to, finding a tool or some suggestion. So I made something like a 7E framework, basically for leading through vulnerability. Certain meeting coordinates. One is the awareness perspective. What do I mean by that? Is that we all, human beings, have our own awareness perspective by virtue of our awareness domain, which we have generated by virtue of experiences over a period of time. Our vision, our wisdom, our training, our upbringing, all those facets. So we have a span or a domain of our awareness. So that's what I want to say, that we all have a awareness perspective. Second issue is that every mind has the answer. We all have answers to the questions being generated in our minds, or any question. There is no question for which a mind does not have an answer. So I just take it like that we all have an answer. And next issue is that every statement has reasons to be right. It's very important. Every statement has reasons to be right. It's being non-judgmental. And then we would like to have the interactive session. And what is that interaction? We would share our knowingness. Not the knowledge, but knowingness perspective. So let's move on. So first is the leadership in crisis, setting the stage. What do I mean by that? If you read, it is leadership in crisis or leadership in crisis. If you read the highlighted words, the curiosity or the provocation in the mind would come up. Is the leadership in crisis or leadership taking an action in crisis? Now, this is the issue or a platform or a process we keep taking place. And my only, you can hold your points, because there are a lot of things are getting generated probably in the minds. The second is, which leader we are talking about. So I am now getting you onto a different platform. Is it the self leader also, which is existing in my mind, and also the leader what we understand of a group or a community in your own home or any domain? So when you are thinking about leader and leadership, let us enhance the canvas. Next is a leader in that context, whether it is self leader or it is otherwise. A leader is always in action as a matter of responsibility and ownership. He has to feel that. Demanding and tested. Leader is always in demand, and he gets tested, especially during the crisis, challenging and demanding times. This is setting the stage so that our mind or our thought process get aligned. Leader or leadership is felt due to its presence or absence. I'm sure we all understand it. Sometimes people may be present physically, but the leadership content may not be as per the desired level. Some people physically may or may not be present, but the leadership content may be present. So this is applied all across, whether your own domain, whether family, whether small working environment, whether army, whether corporate, or any domain. Next is, it exists at all levels and all times of socio-economic, political, military frameworks. You can add on to the frameworks at all times and at all levels. The last one is reasonably important. The leader or leaders must act simultaneously at all levels, in sync towards common goal or goals, as per concepts, philosophies, and styles. Whatever you have made conceptualized for your own self, for your company, for your corporate, for your house, for your family, this is what makes the difference finally at the end. So this is what the leadership or setting the stage is. This is what the framework or the mental makeup or the mindset or mindfulness status with which we will start deliberating on our topic today. Now, a little bit what, of course, Chintan has spoken. I'm Brigadier Tiwari, because I wanted to mention, not because that I wanted to highlight myself. It was only that, I am also bounded by certain, levels of experiences which people have given me, time has given me, my family has given me, military has given me. And I want to say that probably my mind has been built based on these parameters. And what he stated that after 2019 January, I took a deliberate attempt in getting into the path of probably being with the human beings in transforming the human lives. And that's where I became an international coach federation certified coach, innermost shift coach. And of course, I call myself as a life leadership excellence innermost shift coach. I'm a trainer, I'm a mentor, I do a story living speaking. And this has been actually my inspired inning in my life. And what does it mean to me? It is probably I'm trying to discover. When people ask me, what are you doing? I said, I'm now consciously discovering myself. I think that's the path where I think this vulnerability management or leadership in crisis has an important role. Second is my belief actually has been in my entire life, the values from the nature and my family. And that has actually led me to, always be very careful when we were having an interactive session before the session. This is at my back of my head and my body always. Humanizing leadership. Leader exists in every one of us, and self-leadership. And this actually leads, this is where I'm actually wanting to work on, and I've been working basically to create value-inspired destinies. We will never be unhappy. We'll never be not contented. And the answer is being with nature. What happens that, sometimes when why sages go and sit in the jungle? There has to be something. So, we feel when we go out on a resort or somewhere, we feel very comfortable, soothing, happy, serene. So being with nature is very important. And of course, this is my so-called, my experiences actually cloud your mind quite a lot. So it was 38 years of inspired, decorated combat military leadership involving strategy, transformation, all these issues. It involves basically high-risk missions in Sri Lanka, J&K, Northeast, UN, Iraq, and all those. And this is, as a soldier, I've always taken it, this is my feeling that embraced by the Mother Earth, they are the blessed people. Okay, this is what as a soldier one speaks. And finally, let me tell you, the journey, the process goes on, 19 plus 39 plus, it means that, at 19 years after my college, I joined army, served in army for 39 years. And I think I found my life purpose now. So that's why I say that, life goes on, age is immaterial. Now I move on, and this is the premise on which my mind has been working on. This is where the academy where we actually go on. The 1st October 1932 was the first batch actually had passed out. Today is the 3rd October, of course, just for the knowledge of people. And this is what we live as an officer. The safety, honor, and welfare of your country comes first, always and every time. Important is actually highlighted. Second one is honor, welfare, and comfort of men you command come next. Your own ease, comfort, and safety comes last, always and every time. This quote was given by Field Marshal Sir Philip Chetwood. The building in the picture which you see, it is the Chetwood building, we call it. And this is the place where we actually pass out. You see, this is the motto I think is very applicable for all of us. Whether it is a family, whether it is in a business. If this is the theme line is there, I think we will not falter. That's the reason. And that's actually an inspiration for me. Now, leading through vulnerability. With that particular setting the stage or mindset, we are coming on to leading through vulnerability. Now, let me ask you the first, not a question, it is an interaction. And these are very simple and obvious questions. Have you ever been through feeling or being vulnerable in your life? And you all can hear, to these smaller questions, you all can write yes, no, whatever is the answer, one word. And Chintan, you can sometimes, after half a minute or so, you can share it. So I will continue. Yeah.
Sure, sir, go ahead.
Yeah. My point is that have you ever been through feeling or being vulnerable in your life? I personally feel, my take is that I think every moment in life, if you think about it, there are some questions go on. Somewhere we feel vulnerable. Somewhere we feel, because our minds are like that. Whether it is really directly affecting you or not, हम सोचते रहते हैं कुछ ना कुछ. But of course, it differs from people to people. So what is the answer? I'm sure majority of the people would have said yes, I think so, or someone people are saying no also. Chintan?
All of them have said yes.
I know.
One person said always, other one said lot of times.
Yeah, I know. I do agree that I'm same there. Okay, that's what is a very obvious question. So my interaction would not have been dangerous or cause vulnerability to anyone. Of course, we all. I'm part of you. I feel same in the same status. We will go over it. Now, second is that if that was the question, have you ever been through feeling or being vulnerable in your life? Yes. Then what do we understand by vulnerability? What do we understand by vulnerability? Can we just have one odd word here and there? Feel free. Don't worry about every answer I made a mention has a reasons to be right. I'm being diplomatic. I should have said every answer is right. Okay. So what do you understand by vulnerability? It had a lot of vagueness into that, but I want to leave it to your minds.
Yeah, people are saying yes, being vulnerable is good or bad thing. Weakness, affected easily by circumstances, not in control,
Good.
nothing in control, beyond our control,
Perfectly good. Yeah, we will
and
move on.
says circumstances are overpowering you.
Yes.
One said risky situation, outcome with unpredictable.
Yes. Yes. So we move on. It's perfectly good. I think that's what
Being
we
attacked,
understand.
yes, being attacked emotionally and physically, feeling helpless, and one of the best example is Dhawal Bhai has said, COVID is a classic example of being a vulnerable.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just saying that it keeps happening, and it happens in our day-to-day lives. Of course, when you think about it, it keeps happening. There are something very subconscious, conscious, deliberately, non-deliberately. So we move on. So this is where it is. So this is the someone has mentioned, and this is the definition which has one of the definition that vulnerability is state. You must try and understand state of being or the feeling exposed. It is of feeling exposed to the possibility of being attacked or harmed. Possibility of being attacked or harmed, either physically or emotionally. Now, this is important. That this
Sir,
is the
sir, a minute. It seems we lost your screen. You will have to share it once again, please. Sorry. Yeah.
Yes, sir, we can see your screen. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry. These are the moments of vulnerability, when the technology actually forces you to do that. But the best fortune is just be like that. You can't help it. Okay. So we have to move through like this. So anyway, so this is a very important sort of a heading. I think everything speaks with the setting of stage mindset. If you see this here, it is a state of being or feeling exposed to the possibility of being attacked. Okay. This is, you are feeling vulnerable. You are not into it, of course. This is very important. You are feeling exposed to the possibility of being attacked, physically or emotionally. So this is a very important factor. And this I've just taken from somewhere. It is, I think, written down somewhere. Okay. So what is certain correlations? We are all, of course, when I was asking some questions, a lot of issues must be coming in the minds. And there are, umpteen number of examples. And the simplest examples, for the purposes of, since I'm, talking here, I think the simplest example is when you're moving for a walk and if you're afraid of dog. And, suddenly you realize that, the dog is quietly sitting, not bothered whether anyone is going or not, but you are afraid of dog. And when you're moving, there is some feeling coming up that this dog might come and bite me or something like that. Now, that is a very simple phenomenon. I'm sure a lot of people, because in childhood I was, of course, reasonably afraid. I think that's the reason I'm giving out an example. Of course, today one moves through confidently. I try to be brave about it. But I think this is one example, very simple, where you feel it and we keep seeing it. And second is that, there are two people moving in the same direction. Both of them are afraid of the dog. And the dog does not do anything. But if you are looking again, dog gets up and, starts moving closer to you. And one person starts saying, getting afraid. And the second one, who's also not so comfortable with dog, he or she tells the other person, hold on, nothing will do, nothing will happen. Whereas he or she is also afraid. So, this is the level of vulnerability. The second issue is, I can tell you, someone mentioned about the present situation of the little bit of pandemic, this corona or COVID issue. But I will not touch on that issue. I will just give an example into that when certain people, the migrant laborers, were asked to, they were given facilities to move back. You see, the situation is very bad on the life. But still those people were not concerned about that kind of a death or a corona or a COVID. They wanted to board the train. So you see that vulnerability which was existing in the minds, that I need to go because of certain reasons. We'll not go into that detail. And second issue is, when a person is not able to board the train, so much of rush. And when he reaches there, somehow, the journey, now once he has boarded the train, he feels that I only hope I do not catch that so-called corona. He reaches home in the village, then they are all again tested and, blocked somewhere else. I'm just saying that, there are various degrees and various relations which exist. So, these are some, you can go on narrating, whether interaction, whether in any type of a job, whether in a relationship, in exam when you're going, people are afraid of losing the job. I'm still in the job, but people are losing. Will it affect me also? But there are reasons to it, of course. When we analyze it, we'll see that. So that's not the correlation I wanted to bring, that it is the mind which actually plays up because of certain reasons. Whether it is right or wrong, that is a different question. So we'll move on to that. And what I wanted to make sure that, it is in areas or concern in life. I've listed out from my own perspective. You can list it out 4, 3, 12, 8. It depends on you. It is actually applicable in the family life. It is applicable for the health. It is related to the intellectual, spiritual, quality of life, financial matters, professional or a career, or social or relationship issues. It actually, if you relate, we feel vulnerable on a lot of moments in all these factors, relatively. And if you are happy in one factor, sometimes you are perfectly fine, still thinking of doing something more. He said, okay, I think if I do more, it will happen like this. There is a tinge of vulnerability which will come into that. People say, today that if you want to excel on the social media, you must make yourself vulnerable. Now, people talk like this. So, vulnerability actually exists in all domains. And when the people talk that if you now wanting to break the shield and be successful and seen to the world, you have to expose yourself. You have to be vulnerable. And this is the language probably in social media people talk about it very openly. So that is where it is the vulnerability actually defines, and we will move on to that. So it leads on to me to ask you a question as to what is the feeling during vulnerability in any given situation. Okay, I'm wanting to know about generalistic feeling. How do you feel during feeling vulnerable?
So what we can do is, guys, feel free to unmute yourself and share your views.
Yeah, you can talk also. Yeah, certainly.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, yes. Though I'll not be able to see that, but you can, of course, you all can see
voice.
that.
You will be able to hear their voice.
Yes,
So,
yes.
yeah.
So what is the feeling during vulnerability? How do you feel?
It's the feeling of helplessness or insecurity.
Okay, yeah, perfectly good. Yeah.
Maybe at times frustration.
Yeah.
It's a feeling of uncertainty.
Yeah, uncertainty. Yes.
Lack of confidence.
You can take any domain. Suppose life is there, relationship is there, whether your job is related there, even intellectuality and spirituality wise also. Sometimes you feel threatened, sometimes you feel vulnerable. So, it's a very big platform. Yeah, some more, I think is good.
It's the anxiety and fear.
Every answer is correct answer, so don't get worried about it. My only submission is that every answer is correct answer.
It's anxiety and fear.
Yes. One
A
feels
feeling
anxiety.
of being alone, a feeling of being alone and left out,
Left out, yes.
maybe a loss of control of sorts, not knowing which way you're headed, so a feeling of
Which
muddledness.
way it will go. Of course, yeah, it is all the minds, game which our minds play, or whether we make our minds to play for us. Yes.
Sometimes feeling that you are not going to fulfill the expectations that you had, forget
Yes.
others, that even you had from yourself.
Exactly. Yes.
A
yes,
lack
yes,
of trust and confidence.
yes. Lack of trust and confidence.
Like if I'm being vulnerable to say you,
And
and then
actually,
there is always a thought in my head that you might misuse that information, or you might
Yes.
misuse something that I told you in confidence.
Exactly. Very right. So it's wonderful, why I was actually wanting to put across this question, which I am going to summarize it later on. They are very simplistic issues in life, okay? Though the name is very big, leading through vulnerabilities, they are very challenging, they are very disturbing. Okay. So it's wonderful. What I was wanting to, of course, bring it out here, that we all feel it. There's nothing new in this game. So thanks a lot for giving out those input. Wonderful, of course. Let's move on to the second one. After this, what is the feeling during vulnerability? The second one, why do such feelings occur during vulnerability? One is that what do you feel? And second is why do such feelings occur during vulnerability? Now you'll say that JK, you are actually conducting this webinar or something. Why are you asking us a question here? No, it is. We all have the answers. Okay. Why do such feelings occur during vulnerability? Anxiety.
Because you don't trust yourself or that person to whom you're
Okay,
being
this is
vulnerable.
one. Yes.
other thing is
Not in
because we
control of
try
the
to review
situation.
our plan of action with fear of failure rather than rather than reviewing plan of action with confidence.
Yeah, we'll somewhere lack confidence. Yes, I do agree that somewhere we are not clear as to whether it will happen or, and if it is going to be effective for your furtherance, for your happiness.
It's a fear of unknown.
Yeah, exactly. If only point which I would like to club here with every answer is that if it is going to be affecting to you, it has more impressions on you. So we start feeling about it. Yeah, some more. I think only males are giving the answer. Why do such feelings? May I have the honored
No.
ladies over there, I think.
I know it's nothing like that. It's just that maybe we are too rigid with our perceptions for that situation. We are not, letting ourselves have a different, to maybe a couple of more perceptions regarding the same topic or the same situation that we are facing.
Yes. I do agree that the question is why do such feelings occur during vulnerability? It is the feelings are all generated in your minds, and there are some representation or a perception in the mind, how you perceive and how you act or react, how you think, and that's where it is lack of trust. Somewhere you for wanting that if I'm going for an exam or interview, so I know that I have performed well, but still I feel I don't know whether I'll be selected or not. Did I say this right? Okay. I'm going. Only hope the traffic comes up. I only hope that I reach in time for my flight. Okay. I have told my sibling or my wife or husband or a brother. I only hope he reacts like this. Or why did he say like this to me? So I'm saying that if you just take one field, it all happens to everyone. And I'm talking for myself. It is nothing that someone is saying like that. So he has or she has a lot of questions and issue. No, we all have it. We all have thousands and thousands of questions. It does not mean that we are laden with vulnerabilities. No, this is how our thought process goes. So we'll move on. So what is the one cycle of vulnerability? How does it actually functions? Any situation, this is a very generalistic parameter. so that we all are in the same wicket. Situation. In any situation, you start feeling, you know, what we mentioned: fear, helplessness, worrisome, ambiguity, threatened. And these all these things are where it gets manifested in your mind and also in the body. It's important. We always think that, you know, it is mind and body. And well, we'll not go into that detail, because some people also say that where is the mind? Actually, there is no organ known as mind. So, you know, I'm interchangeably using that, you know, brain and body. So I'm using it mind and body. So, you know, that's where it is. Situation. What happens? You know, you get all these symptoms, feelings. And this actually, we say that we are feeling vulnerable, state of being exposed to possibility of being harmed. Now, this gets interchanged. When you are feeling vulnerable, you feel fear. This is based on certain belief systems in mind. What happens that, you know, this is how we have been actually seasoned, accustomed. So there is nothing wrong. You see, it is not none of my fault or anyone's fault or anyone's organization. This is how my pattern has been made. It is the people who see from one perspective, they say that this is wrong and right. No, I'm not talking about wrong and right. This is what my mind is thinking. And my mind is thinking based on certain parameters which is existing in my head. And that is the belief. So we'll not deal too much as to how the thought and belief system, but this is how that's how my answer is coming up quickly. And this is the mindset, basically. And that's what it is. If it is not there, we keep remaining in the cycle. So I thought I'll put it across simplistically that this is the simple way, you know, we keep moving in. We'll not go as to how the hijacking takes place of Magdala and various things and all. No, it is simply to understand. It is, I think, quite encompassing here. So if we move from there, now the next question, let's interact on feeling vulnerable. What does one like or desire to feel or achieve? From
coming back to status quo position.
Pardon?
Trying to come back to status quo position before the situation, you know, probably upset you.
Okay, so you are wanting from this state to another state, which you are mentioning, the state which was earlier. Okay. Yeah. This is a simple answer here. These all questions are very simple.
Changing reality. So you feel vulnerable when there is a certain reality that upsets you, and you want to change that particular reality of that surrounds you. I don't know if I'm making this more complicated.
Yeah, okay, no, it has a lot of sense. Who is there? I can't see that name, of course.
I'm Manav Vasant.
Manav?
Vasant.
Vasant, yeah. Hi, Vasant. It's perfectly good. Of course, you know, just to line, very interesting topic. What is reality and what is non-reality? So it is, of course, when I am talking, you know, in that particular situation, that moment, my mind may realize that this is reality which I am trying to see. It is not there, and I must reach there. But it is a wonderful subject. You know, some people must read it. And some people say that there is nothing real and there is nothing non-real. So, you know, it's a wonderful, of course, subject.
It is partly true, partly false. The concept of reality is actually very vast.
I wanted to, of course, put the curiosity in the minds of people. That is a wonderful subject of, you know, reality and all, and how, you know, making yourself vulnerable to read through all this. It is not that you are putting a problem onto you. You are enjoying that vulnerability of mind. So it's wonderful, you know, to put out that word. So one is that to getting back to the state. What else? I'll go. It is a very simple issue. On feeling vulnerable, what does one like or desire to feel or achieve? Simple. You know, like a nursery answer. Move to the desired direction, situation, whatever it is. Desirability is to move to desire. Now, the desirability, of course, answer is can be different. What you want to do, we will see to that. So, one is that you wanting to change the state. Whatever you are thinking, you wanting to change the state. So, how does one move from the present state to the desired state? Okay. So, we'll not ask this question. How do you move it? I'll go. You know, I'll see this photograph. Can you see the slide?
Yes.
Okay. So, how do we notice? What do we notice? Just think it over. I'll just, just let your mind explore in the context of vulnerability, threaten, pain, fear, anxiety, whatever it is. I'll go on to the second one. This is vulnerability or strength, or vulnerability and strength.
Both.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, I think we can go on talking. It is just a curiosity being generated in our minds. There are thousands and millions of such examples like that. So what I'm trying to say, when you look at it, it becomes both as to how we wanting to see this. Otherwise, two wire, broken piece of wire, we have joined it. We always feel to टूटा है वो कि सीधा तार तो नहीं है, तो शायद खुल जाएगा. But no, it is a joining. If we apply that so-called, the knots, that reef knot, what they put that doctors and all in that when they tie up the bandages and all, if more you pull, more tighter it becomes. So it is how you look at it. So this is one example which I picked up from somewhere. I really loved it, of course. There was a quote, of course, this is picked up from a vulnerability is the birthplace of innovation, creativity and change. And that's where it is, it's so simple, it is knowledgeable, of course. We move on to the second one. So this, I was thinking that what it is actually. It is as to which way you align your mind to finally defines and shapes the outcome or shapes your destiny. It is which way you align your mind. Otherwise, that wire you could see anywhere. If you are standing next to the river, you are enjoying so much. But when your child goes, you feel threatened, whereas the child is also wanting to play in that water. So, the way your mind, you can always hold, and the child may not drown there. But what happens that it's a simple example. I'm actually leading on that it is as to which way you align your mind to finally defines or shapes your destiny and shapes the outcome. And the corollary to this is, and also that one must always be in a state to be the solution finder. And what solution finder? Be mindful, be aware, be prepared, and be actioned. It is not, don't get clogged by these so-called, nowadays people are using these words. They are not heavy words, very simple words, which we keep doing every day. Okay. It is only that we are wanting to move to a solution finder state. And this, what is the extent to feeling? It, as I mentioned earlier, it happens in all phases and walks of life. Can be in a group or also in an organization, and it can be the personal arena also. So this is what the gamut, it exists everywhere across. Certain correlations, actions or reactions during good or bad times. Certain, let's hear 2-3 people, something like suppose health. Sometimes you feel happy about it, sometimes you feel bad about it. In a similar type of situation or similar condition, something like that. Okay, let me break the ice. If you suppose take it present situation, well, I have not noted down any examples. Okay, I of course love to talk impromptu. What comes to my mind? So like present situation, Corona and COVID. I generally don't love to of course talk because so much people are talking. But still, just to put the mind into the same frame, we all are healthy as far as health is concerned. We are comfortable. We are happy about it. But at the same time, I am still feeling vulnerable. Kahin koi problem to no. This is one. Second is, as far as the health is concerned, that I am okay. And when you see something happening, you feel bad about it. So what happens that it has got a different level of action or reactions when you are actually exposed to that. And if it happens to you, it has a different dimension. When in somewhere, I think if I rightly recollect, January or February, when this had already started other parts of the globe, we never realized it. We never felt it also. We only heard it probably in the news. That's all. When it started coming in, we have probably never realized it. When news started coming up, giving it, can we see? We do not see that happening. We said, when someone asked me, I also say, yeah, I'm at Pune. I said, yeah, news mein to bolte hain, I think it has a lot of things. But we are okay. Yeah? I'm not seeing anything. So this is the correlation, somewhere that I wanted to put that, the action reaction to good or bad times. What I'm trying to come to it is mind where you want to put there. Today, what is happening? The status has not changed. Probably people, if I'm correct, are saying that don't know whether it is going to die down. Some people say that it is going to be part of life. Say that, the peak is still to come. I do not know what is the correct answer. But what is happening on the ground? People have started moving. Then let me live my life here. Let the corona or COVID be a part of me, okay? Let me see that. Of course, with certain instructions, certain precautions. So it is how you actually relate your life to. And that's where you're moving as to how we have adjusted the process of taking this vulnerability as a part of your life. Am I making little sense?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thanks a lot. Because since I'm not able to see, you see, that's a mind has to see. Seeing is actually believing. So that's where it is. But anyway, no issues. Okay, so now let me move on to leading through vulnerability again. And then I give out leading to desired goal through vulnerability and what mechanism we generally follow. It is simple again. When you're feeling vulnerable, one is that you get engulfed by the feeling of fear and you succumb actually to it. You become depressed. You say, nahi, yaar, aisa nahi hoga. Please, I don't touch me. Don't do this to me. I'm not wanting to go there. You better be away from me, okay? Why are you coughing in front of me? All those issues, and you get engulfed in that fear. And there may be, maybe a need to work on these certain limiting beliefs or blocks. This is when things become little serious, in the sense that a person becomes obsessed by that particular thought. But generally, this is to be engaged naturally, and natural instinct to boldly face it. This is from the caveman's history also. We are here to live happily, and that's where our reaction is to face it boldly. These are our neurological reactions. Natural instinct is to engage naturally. And what happens? When you do it, you will always find a desired. A simple example is today, when we have started moving, comfortable. No one has given any instruction that you move, not move. You keep hearing, okay, 5 days lockdown, फिर से लगेगा. You accept it. It's okay. Yeah? It's good. But you keep moving. We have started traveling also. Now the life is not stopping. So this is the framework which I thought that I put it across. It might look quite a bigger one. But what happens that, our mind is very fast, much faster than our computers. So there are 7 frameworks, 7 words which I used it, the sequences. One is the ease, inquire, plan or implan, because I wanted to put that as E. So ease, inquire, implan, empower, engage, emerge, and establish. Now, little bit inputs on this. Ease, what do I want to say about ease? It is you be composed whenever you feel threatened, vulnerable, in crisis also. Crisis is a different phenomena when actually you are directly facing it, okay? Vulnerability, when it actually you are into it and it is a crisis situation, you have to take an action immediately. So all issues, and this I'm talking from my own perspective of, my being involved into maybe in my own service domains. All these processes actually go in some form, and your body and the mind or your gut actually acts. So what is ease? Be composed as per the innate qualities. You need to develop those qualities, of course, slowly and slowly. You don't have to do anything. Be with the nature, be with your family values, it remains. Be at ease with your own self and have a belief in self. We actually, most of the times, we believe others. What will he say? How will he say? How do I look? You know, all those issues. Believe in self. Next is the ecosystem, understand the balance. You know, whatever the system under which we are remaining, you must try and understand what is the best balance which should be. Even if someone is shouting, someone is doing something, what is my role? Should I also be involved like that? Or how should I put it to the balance mode? And Ardi, be in sync with the reality. Okay? And reality, what I'm saying, people say that be onto the ground, Mother Earth. कहते हैं ना यार जमीन पे रहो यार. So that is what I want to say. Be at ease with your own self, you know, your mind, body, and system. Second is that, you know, whatever situation is there, you inquire it, you know about it, and face the issue. You know, you don't run away. कि पता नहीं मेरे को क्या number आएंगे यार. I don't know. I have appeared, but I don't know whether I'll get the job or not. No. Issue is that you have gone to appear for the exam. You have given an answer. You know whether answer is right or wrong. Today, Google is there. You type it, I think they can give you much better than your mind. What my point is that, one is that yes, you are not wanting to know, that's a different issue. So one is that, you know, when you inquire and face the issue, any issue which is there. And this is where the format is that, you know, any issue, whether personal, small, big, any area, whether corporate, whether large company, you know, this can be applied. Of course, it has a lot of other inputs which are required to be there. So, and face the issue, elicit the input, and understand the essence of the matter and situation. What is the essence? It is not only as to how the scene is seen. It is, there are a lot of issues in the scene or in the situation which are not seen, but they are also speaking to you. That is the essence. And that is the evaluation. You evaluate it. That is the inquiry. Then you go to and plan. This is based on ease, inquire, to carry out with thought. Here, kya kare? I can do like this, I can do like this, or I can do like this. You know, we think it happens in our daily lives. So explore options, evolve options, and eventualities and exigencies. Something which are going to be in my process. Fourth one is empower. Empower with inner energy, resources. Empower yourself. Say that I will do it. People talk about affirmations and various things, gratitude and, you know, saying positive. That be at it, yeah, you will do it. Empower yourself with your inner energy, with your own resources. Empower with options. Whatever options you generate, create, so that you are not found wanting that as if, you know, in this vulnerability, my all doors and windows are closed. You open them, kick them. You generate options. If I have to get out of my room, I can move through this window, I can move through this door, and even if the door is half open, I can still move through there, you know, something like that. Energize, encourage to the system, you know, around which is there. Tell them also, you know, please, let us move through it, okay? Heavens have not fallen. Emotional balance. You know, the one is that your own emotional balance, because emotions play a very major role in creating this effect. Play up with the same emotion to create a shift. And of course, when you talk about your own esteem or the organization esteem, it plays a very role. When you're moving elderly and the dog is there, whether you are afraid or not, you say that now today is self-esteem, I must move a little. Though the fear is there inside your heart, you have still moved comfortably. Okay? So I've just given a small example. It can be given to anyone. Engage. It is basically and facing the situation with boldness. It is engaging as per plan, whatever you have made. And then engage and embattle. Embattle, what I have written that, get into that. You fight it out there. You say that I will get over it, okay? Employ resources and energy and exploit the favorable. Exploitation, the favorable in the sense that when you reach some destination, you see what more I can do. Because now you're in a process of, you know, positivity, strength, achieving something, and that's the time you should not halt. You try and see that what more I can do this. Emerge. Once you have done this, you emerge empowered, enlightened, and evolved. Okay. These are three, of course, we can talk about this later and establish once you have done this, establish that you have established yourself in the success or achievement or happiness. Now, this is what I try to put that into a small framework of the every situation probably will be a mix or something like that. You can make it into 5 steps also. You can make it into 3 steps. I think 4 or 5 steps, you can reduce it there. That's okay. But these are the broadly the issues which one needs to. But what happens? All these issues are actually happening every moment in your mind. Okay? It is not that a small issue like, I gave an example of dog and I'm repeating it. These all things happening actually. Some portion or the other. So let's move on to that. Okay. So I'm almost coming at the end. So in the end, it is how you respond to circumstances that reveals your character and your destiny. It is how you respond to circumstances. Do you agree with this? Yes or no? Or partially? 60%, 80%, or 100%?
Absolutely, 100%. It's
Thank you
how
very
you
much.
respond and not react to the
Yeah.
situation. We all
Yes.
keep reacting in this vulnerable situation, but over a period of time we learn. Everybody will react, everybody, because it's the internal state of your mind, sir.
Thank you very much for resonating there. And in the end, it is how you respond to circumstance that reveals your character. It is related to your. People say that your thought actually gets converted into your action gets converted into your habit gets converted into behavior, and behavior. People say what? Boy, he is like this because of your behavior, and that becomes your character, and that actually leads to your destiny. So what has actually communicated? It is a thought which has led you to your destiny. So that's it. So after this, I would like to say, choice is yours. What do you want to do? Okay. So this is almost at the end. I think I have some shareaways. I'm not saying that takeaways. I've just used another word, the shareaways, because I'm not the master of everything. I thought that probably whatever my life experiences, my own perspective, my own perceptions, I can share with you all. You take it how much good it is there. One is be aware about self. This is very important. Everything starts and finishes with you. Through the clutter, remove the clutter. This is most important. Everything starts and finishes with you. It is, do not blame others that so and so said like this, so I felt like this. No, the mind is yours. If you want to feel agitated, it is your wish. If you want to remain quiet, it is your wish. Let the other person do it. It is something like when you're traveling on a road and driving the car, and suddenly someone tries to cross the road, some beggar maybe. Sometimes you generally slow down and say, okay, let this beggar go. Sometimes you speed up and cross over. Sometimes you shout at him that what nonsense, this guy is coming like this. Sometimes people overtaking you actually get irritated. What has happened? That guy has not even realized what has happened to you. So what I'm trying to say, that every issue starts with you and finishes with you. It's a big subject, and the actually definition of our life remains here. I'm sure you all are better aware. Second thing, you are the resource reservoir. This is on the issue on which I am working, of course. We keep searching that let someone, come and assist me. Yes, you require sometimes some guru, some mentor, some coach, whatever you name it. But what they do, they actually excavate you, they assist you. I am a coach. I do what? I only assist you in harnessing your abundant potential. And people say that we all have actually, whatever we are living with 10% of potential what God has given to me, what my mind has given. Almost more than 80 or 90% potential, it is somewhere subconscious. We are not exploring. We feel happy. This is good enough. I'm doing well. My company is doing well. That's God. I'm very happy in my relation. It's okay, perfectly good. What more? He said, but what more in the relation? I'm perfectly happy. There are a lot of issues where you can refine it. And this is from day-to-day life. So we all have the resources. We are abundant reservoir. We must try and understand that I have everything. Yes, you may not be able to see that. You may need some assistance from the experts to get it. But be very clear, we all have resources. Answer is with me. No one will give you an answer. Pardon me. Be present in the moment. Mindfulness. Do not cloud or clutter your mind. From your past memories to the future perceptions. Every moment is the present moment which is leading on to that. When you are there, you will be happier and you actually are making all the plans. I'm not saying that, future is one of the moments. And that's where people say that mindfulness, because your mind is at ease. Take decisions. Adhere to non-judgmental awareness. This is the one-point remedy for all of us. In our lives, we are all judgmental. Don't think that if I am making the statement, I am a non-judgmental person. No, not at all. But I am now getting aware about it. Yes, one tries to do that. But this is one issue. In our lives, from morning in 24-hour cycle, we keep judging ourselves. We keep judging others, whether it is relation, whether it is office. So my point is adhere to non-judgmental awareness. Just know what is being spoken. Simple. Why he or she is acting like that. If you can see that, don't put any judgment. Just listen. The tonality, the way someone is doing, someone action which we have done. So we don't try and be as non-judgmental as possible. Life, see as a process. What comes in the path, make it part of the process. It is just a process. And let me clarify what I look at it. I take it life. There are no pains, there are no gains, there are no successes, there are no growths, there are no vulnerabilities. I have given the names to all these people. They are all process. If I'm moving, if I wanted to climb Mount Everest, there are going to be pains, there are going to be vulnerabilities. But what is the process which I'm wanting to do there? It is a process. So why am I naming it? Though for clarity and definition to other people, we keep talking. But if I'm likely to get engulfed in those words, then this line is more important. That whatever I'm doing, for me, the process is important. और बीच में कभी पहाड़ियां ऊपर होगी, कभी नीचे होगा. I'll keep moving through it. Yeah? It is just a process. Mindset balances. Slowly keep improving with the other points which are given above. Let us, try and do that mindset balances. We are actually born to be happy, successful, and brave. This is the nature's philosophy with which we are born. So adhere to nature's process. And people also say there is a 4-second key: pause to act, not react. And someone was saying that we will respond in a better manner. Sometimes when you're in a crisis, something, don't take an abrupt action. That's why I say, your rational mind starts acting and you do not get hijacked in your mind. So around, just pause for 3 to 4 seconds, you'll get a good answer. So these are my shareaways with you, certain issues based on that as to how we can move through vulnerability or any situation in life, and how we can, start being curious about our lives. I would like to put across a question that how much time we devote. People say that, me time nowadays. But, our earlier times, people used to say that when you get up in the morning, you think about yourself, what you are going to do, how you are feeling. Go and, touch feet of your elderly. We talk gratitude, pay gratitude today. But actually, these all things had happened. Before going to the bed, sit down, have a wash, pray, think as to what you have done, how you must do it, what is tomorrow. So what is happening? You are trying to see that. Try and speak to your body. This is my one-line submission. Try and speak to your body for 10 minutes every day. If I ask you how many systems are working in your body, I think we will take time. How nicely, systematically, synchronously, they are moving. They are all organic systems: blood circulation system, respiratory system, endocrine system. All these systems are all different, exclusively different. How beautifully they are meshed. Which lesson we want to learn from where? I think when you understand your own physiology of the body, probably it will give a lot of resource and a lot of strength to you. So here it is, and I want to, I think, put one more slide. This is one painting. You all can have a look. This is the painting, of course, it's one of my very closest. It actually remains behind on my wall.
I was about to say that.
Which is my creation of, not my creation, I don't paint, but I requested some painter when we were there. I said, I want to get it. I wanted to make it more abstract. But why I posted here? Because people generally come up to listen to an army guy thinking that, a lot of, adventures and a lot of things. I said, I've restricted. Sometimes we can always talk or a personal cause and all. My question is, what impressions of vulnerability or what? When you see at this slide, now I think I can take 2 minutes. You all can talk from the vulnerability point of view, perspective. What impression? Is there a sign of vulnerability? Yes, no, and what vulnerability or not? But if the vulnerability is there, but still no, it is not there. Yeah, let me have this. I think I'll invite, because it is a personally, because this is my personal dream-wise discovered painting. You can call it what they call it, copyright or something. So something like that, it's very core to my heart. When they had made the painting, with the painter, I gave in, but the painter actually made it with the face of that lady, and the boy's face was also see. I said, no, I don't want face. So then it was all blackened. The painter had to do 3-4 rounds. So that I don't want any face. There's no emotion seen, but I think we can still see through that beyond. So, Chintan, can I have some? We have little time, 2-3 minutes to invite some, comments.
Yes, sir. We definitely have time, and what we can do is you can
now
stop
I think we
sharing.
can.
Yes, you can stop sharing the screen.
I think so. I think this is where let's share our wisdom, and thank you. I think this is where it is.
Actually, it is such a beautiful painting, Brigadier. Seriously, I can't stop myself, but unmute myself and just talk about it right away.
I think now I can see. You see, Chintan, I feel very bad. You actually put me into so much of vulnerability today. I have never spoken. I cannot see myself.
Sir, can you please click on stop share presenting so that all of us can see each other?
Okay, sorry. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's okay now. Yeah.
Yes, now all of us can see each other. Request everyone if you can just put on your video camera.
But let's you can talk and freely, and that's why I said we all have good answers, okay, in our lives.
Yes.
Thank you, sir, for the beautiful training. In fact, we have been inspired to face the challenges in life, and especially you told us take life as a process, okay? There's nothing actually vulnerable. It all depends on how we look at things. So thank you very much for this inspiring 1.5 hour session.
I can only share that, these are my pure thoughts, my experiences.
Yes.
I can share that it is not based on any, some tools or somewhere. I thought that let me put it across. That's what it is. And it all exists with us.
Yeah.
Everything exists with us.
Yes.
It is only that sometimes you need someone's, assistance, to discover or excavate it. Whether a child, whether old man, anyone. I always relate to the people who are onto the, economically poorer. I say, agar koi rickshaw wala hai, what leadership you want? The guy who's there with the thela, which leadership qualities? I will, let him talk. So I'm just saying that, let us, keep our minds open. And that's what I see. I said, come to me, I'll ignite the leader. If entire world has said that you are bekar, I say, come to me. I'll put that spark in your head, and we all are born like that, okay? So anyway, it's my thought. I think I'm getting a little emotional in my talk. So I think let's hear it. But, I want some points onto that painting. How do you feel? Is it vulnerable? What did you feel from the vulnerability point perspective?
May I?
Yeah, Chintan, you can.
Please, Manav, go ahead,
Yeah.
Manav.
I hope I don't insult the painting. It's a very, very beautiful painting and very abstract in nature. But here's my analysis of that painting. There is a big sense of vulnerability and loss in that painting, from the sense that the wife is scared for her husband, the child is scared for the father, but the whole family together does not care about that vulnerability in that moment. They are ready to ignore that point. They are ready to accept the fact that even if I don't come tomorrow, today and this second is way more important than anything else, and then what holds in the future. But at the same time, there is a feeling of pride in that particular painting. There's a big feeling of pride in, from what I see, for the son, as well as in the, how do I portray this? Because I can't see the eyes, but from what the wife conveys, there's a very big sense of pride in that painting. And this is what I saw in that particular piece of painting. I hope I have not insulted
Oh, Chintan, if I take this liberty, I wanted
the
to see
artist,
this
but this is what I saw.
perspective.
Yes. So Manav, if you can just put on your camera, I would again.
Okay, you have made my day. Okay.
Okay, my net is a little bit.
Yeah, at least. So at least, I mean, Brigadier Sir has been.
Sorry for the way I look.
Written is students' perspective.
Yes, here you are. Yes, Manav.
Okay, hello.
Manav.
Hello. Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Manav, go ahead.
Yeah, I can. My net is a little off. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I can net is so I
must
can hear you very clearly.
Accepting the first line. Remove that line. Why we actually start judging our skill.
I'm sorry, I lost you.
You know what Manav was saying, that I only hope that I am not going to insult that painting. But after that, whatever he spoke was so beautiful. I think, whatever with the thought, which I know with what thought I had got the painting made, he actually explained everything virtually. And that's what I said. No, eyes are not required. I do not want to restrict my thinking domain or wildness of my thinking by looking at the eyes of of that lady or that soldier or that child. Let it be wild. But they are, one beautiful thing is that they are in the moment. I think they're enjoying. Whether the vulnerability or not, love precedes everything. And that moment of blissfulness, whatever it is, the vulnerability is there, the pride is there, the esteem is there, but still everyone is scared. The child cannot know. But that love of clinging together is so much. I think, people ask that what makes a soldier go? And who is more stronger in their mind, whether the wife of the soldier or the family of the soldier or soldier. These are undebatable questions. I think this particular hugging of together, I think it actually moves you together. So, when I was injured, when I came back, if I take this liberty, when I was injured and after this was in Kashmir, and after 10-15 days of the hospitalization, I was still in a lot of bandage and all in my arms. And I came back, and my 3 daughters, they were all small. I don't think they remember also. My wife was there, and I had reserved this for my another day, but I said, okay. So when I came up there, and she asked me one of the evenings, sitting, that during that moment, did I figure in your mind? Did I come into your thoughts when you are into that encounter, when you're getting hit and all those issues? Very simple, natural response and question. And the answer was only that yes, but truthful answer was no, you are not existing. Physically, my mind was not with you. But I think it was that hugging, love and affection and care that gives me a strength to perform my responsibility. Because if you would have come into my mind live, probably that militant would have overtaken me. So I think I became a little more diplomatic, but that's how the.
Hello. JK, are you there?
No, he's
I guess.
Yes, he's there, but still
I guess his
he's having some
network has
network
got some
issues.
issue because all of us are able to hear each other, but we're not able to hear him. So amazing, presentation. He spoke from his heart, and he shared the entire framework that how do you deal with vulnerability. The entire 7E framework, what he has shared, that is something thought-provoking, and all of us can definitely improve it. So that is where, yeah, I guess he should be logging in.
Yes,
Yeah.
Chintanji. Yes, Chintanji. And also, in between, I would like to introduce Mr. George Karanakel, who is an experienced and renowned trainer in Kerala with more than 40 years of training experience. Who is just in. George sir, Chintan sir is my good friend. Actually, he's friend of my boss, and now he's my friend. George
Yeah,
sir?
JK, thanks for joining back. There was some issue and then we couldn't hear you. So
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Definitely we were waiting for you to return. And guys, if you can just put on your camera at least, let's be respectful to the speaker by showing our face. He has been talking since last 1.5 hour and been sharing his knowledge. So at least
Yes.
let us pay some respect by putting our camera on. And
Yes, we should do that.
so JK, we have Mr. George with us. George is a well-known trainer with 40 plus years of experience and he is from Kerala. And by the time you joined in, our friend Dr. Jubilant was introducing him. So we'll just take a moment and Jubilant, if you can just share his introduction.
Yes, basically, George Carmichael sir is a trainer who is more than a trainer, mentor of almost more than 50% of renowned trainers in Kerala, because was running a train the trainers program, as well as one man catching program, where the man catching program was happening for more than 150 batches. 150 batches where it takes 10 to 20 participants in each batch. So 1 week continuous residential training program. As well as he's also a consultant for many organizations all over India. He is a person from Calicut, basically settled in Palai. And his training organization based in Cochin. And I'm really proud that I am one of the students of George sir in training. Welcome, George sir, to the team.
Sir, it is our pleasure to have you along with us today, and we look forward for certain learnings from you also as one of our team webinars.
I think George sir is having some connectivity issues. He came first into the team. Then, George sir, are you there?
I'm back.
Yes. So,
I was just
I guess Priya madam has to leave for. Okay, she already left. Okay.
I also have to leave because I have a program at 6:45. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And we continue with our question and answer now. So we start with Abhinav. Abhinav, go ahead and share your question. Kindly put on your camera and ask your question or share your feedback with JK on today's session.
I would like to express my
Brigadier,
to
I
you.
guess Brigadier left.
To you and Jayan sir, it has made me think like what better I can do whenever I feel vulnerable. So that was a very enriching session for me. And once again, I thank you very much for sending me the invite.
I think Brigadier also
Yes,
has some issues,
Brigadier.
sir.
Yeah, Brigadier got dropped. Okay, problem. He should be back in a moment soon. So thanks, Abhinav, for joining in and sharing your feedback. I guess Madam Priya also had to leave for some other engagement. So in the meanwhile, Madam, if you can just spend a minute and share your feedback, that would be really good. However, we are waiting for Mr. JK to return. But in the meanwhile, though the session is getting recorded, so you can feel free to share your feedback.
Sir, I think I would just like to say that this is probably among my initial interactions at the TMI network, and being asked to speak about it, I think is fairly I think challenging for me at this point in time, because it's a first of its kind. Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. It's always a pleasure to connect with people from the armed forces who are now working in the civilian life, but are giving us insights, into things which will really impact our lives, which probably we're aware of, but we've not really consciously gone into it in detail. And now and particularly in this particular presentation, I think Brigadier Saab, aapka jo 7 E's ka jo tha, I think that is something that I'm going to really work on, to understand where I fit in, what I'm doing right, wrong. And maybe, through Chintan Bhai, I'll probably connect with you to understand how I can correct myself at any point in time in case and I'm sure I'll find lacunae, which I need to address. So thank you so much, sir. Thank you very much for everything that you're doing for us. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, sir, I have to leave, so I'm just going to disconnect. Thank you so much. Thank you, Chintan Bhai, and
Thanks,
everybody.
Madam. Thank you. So here
That's
we
great.
are.
That's great.
Yes, and now who goes next? I would request Ravi.
Hello.
Ravi bhai, if you can put on your camera. Yeah, Biren bhai, Biren Parekh.
Yes. So,
Kindly put on your
thank you,
camera.
Brigadier Ji. We learn, yes. Sorry, I'm in office, but yes. So, thank you, Brigadier Sir. We learned many things from you, especially how to neglect and come out of fear and especially vulnerabilities. And those are giving parts to learn from life and go with the life, whatever way it is there. It is presented, we should face everything there, and it is a journey. What you rightly said, one should enjoy it. So there is a lot of learning. Initial 5-10 minutes I missed because I was engaged in some work, but from recording I will see that. Chintan bhai, I will wait for that recording part. But thanks a lot. It was a wonderful session. Thank you.
Thank you, Ravi bhai. In the meanwhile, who goes next? Kindly put on your video camera and ask your question or share your feedback. Yeah, Biren bhai, go ahead.
Yeah, hi, hello. Thank you, Chintan Bhai, for organizing this session, and thank you, Brigadier. I think it was very, very nice to hear from you, your stories, and I'll say that this 7E framework is quite useful, and I mean, it gives a chance to introspect for any vulnerabilities that how to handle this. I mean, so I think it's a very wonderful session, and really appreciate that. That you have volunteered to conduct maybe 3 sessions, sort of a series, whereby you will try to share your whatever your experience and what learnings and whatever you're doing on a commercial basis. So thank you very much, and I wish you all the best. Thank you, Chintan.
Thank you, Biren bhai. I would request Manav to go next. Manav, can you share your feedback for the session for the day?
Yeah. Thank you so much. Sir, I had one of the most unique ways of dealing with fears and vulnerability from this webinar. So thank you so much for that. And I would love to have a hello.
Yeah, Kajal is next, but you continue.
Hello.
Yeah, Kajal goes next, but you continue. Yeah,
Yes,
Manav, go ahead.
Yeah. So I would love to have a conversation about reality Okay, I would love we cover as connected over that part a lot. My question to you is: it occurs at both the physical and the mental level in a person. 7 steps that you've recommended. The first to start to put the mind at ease, but how can one put the body at ease? There is anxiety. So how does one put the body at ease when situation occurs?
Brigadier sir, are you there? There are some challenges in internet right now. JK, are you there with us? JK, are you there? Can you hear us?
He has to unmute yourself. Brigadier sir, unmute yourself.
Yeah, kindly unmute yourself, sir.
Yeah, okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, now we can hear you, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Mano, it is a perfectly good, when I'm in a crisis or my mind is not working, and then I'm saying that, to be at ease. Okay. And that's where what happens that, we feel vulnerable only because our mind, I'm letting my mind explore beyond my limits, beyond my control. You see, that is where it is. I'm saying that when we get into the mindfulness when you get into the self-knowingness of issue, then only you develop that even if the trauma exists, you can still maintain your mindfulness. You maintain your peacefulness. Your point is perfectly good, and that's what we want to. That's why I said the first step is the most important step. Rest are all, we are moving through that. So we need to create a circumstance to, developing that mindfulness, but every day practice into that. And why I'm saying this, that after army, when I came into and when I read about mindfulness, mindsets, although these things are not taught in army. But then when I read, like I'm also a certified NLP practitioner. So when I read all these issues of mind and all, I realized that, well, I as a soldier, I was doing everything. And I want to tell you, Mano, it's a wonderful question. But we need to realize this and keep it. It is not for when I'm in an encounter and the most difficult situation where I'm leading a mission, there are so many issues are moving. And I need to still maintain total peacefulness, zeroness in my mind. Then only I can take the correct action. So that is a very high degree of mindfulness I need to exercise. And what happens? This actually gets because of your self-awareness, probably. We are not taught in that way in army. But I think now I realize that over a period of time, these trainings actually get culminated into that. So we need to practice into that self-knowingness, decluttering your mind, being non-judgmental. Most of the problems have come up because I give my mind the food for keep judging. A lot of issues. Keep thinking about two things. My mind can work once on one subject only at one point of time. So we need to develop to create an ease with your own self. Slowly, and it is easy phenomena, Mano. Your point is well taken, but this is what it is. First step is the most important step. बाकी चीजें automatically flow हो जाती हैं उसमें. So that's what it is. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
That's what I realized. Putting yourself at ease is actually.
Oh yes, but that is what I think must be there. It is the best phenomenon.
Thank you so much.
Great.
And that is where when you are at ease, you start questioning yourself.
So much, sir. Thank you.
You start enjoying. I never read about that reality and non-reality, cause and effect. So today, when I talk to my colleagues, he said, "What has happened to you? You are a good guy, yeah. You're talking all this." I said, "Oh, I'm loving it, of course. So it is only probably I feel that somewhere easiness is there. You are trying to see more, question your own thoughts. So it's a beautiful thing, Mano. I think I would love to get connected with people and learn. There are so many people who are there. So anyway, I think let's move on to something else.
Thank you so much. Kajal, go ahead. Please put on your camera.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Mano.
Hello?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Thanks, Mara. Thanks, sir. Thank you, Chintan, sir. First of all, amazing session. I know, Saturday evenings have just become so much more fun because you have started you have introduced this new concept in our life. What I am taking back from this session is that I loved that line just touched my heart. That just what if even if it is bad, let it be a part of that process. Be it good or bad, it can just be a part of the process, and you just have to accept it. And what if for a moment I just thought like, okay, even if whatever, let anything happen. I mean, if I just accepted that, yeah, this was a part of the process, so it happened, so what? And then it will stop mattering, it will stop bothering. And I mean, it's such a new perception to really look at things from. So yes, thank you so much. And especially coming from someone from the army, and I normally think people who are army people are really, because I have people from army related to me, not very close, but not my siblings, but close by, first second cousins, they are in the army, and people in the army. And I used to always think that they are very disciplined, they're strict, and they get angry. And here sir is someone who's so, all I saw this entire session, if I didn't know that he's a brigadier, I wouldn't have known he belonged to the army. I mean, all we saw was the warmth from his heart. I think that was such a different side I got to see of from that segment of society, in that segment of life. So thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for this amazing session. Thank you.
Thank you, Kajal. Can I make a one-line Chintan?
Sure, sir, please.
Yes.
I wanted to make, Kajal, yeah, I think so. But one or two issues. One is that, what happens that, when we are in so-called problem, pains, vulnerability, our concentration actually mind goes there. I forget about my own strength. Is there has been any problem in life or anyone's life or in the universe which has remained permanently? No. आज नहीं तो कल, अभी नहीं तो पल जाता है वो. Everything goes. But the beauty to deal with it, if you tell consciously yourself, deal with the position of strength. Do not highlight the problems which you are saying it. I can do it. That's why I gave an example of Everest. You think that there's so much of torturous journey, but they are enjoying the process. They are working through the position of strength. So this is where it is. Second is that army, yeah, we are disciplined, yeah, and we are strict also. And but you know what happens? I keep thinking that who are the highest emotional people? Very soft people. They are the army people.
Yeah, the army.
We are highly emotional. We are the softest elements. Let me tell you.
Very true.
Yes.
Very true.
So true, so true.
That is where the picture lies. That is where the picture lies.
Also about that painting of yours, what you and what Manav and you discussed, what I thought about the painting was completely different. I mean, what he narrated was that you're leaving for the war, and what I saw in that picture was a moment of reunion. That after months of going through all of that, this is a moment when everybody is reuniting, and then they can't wait for hugging each other separately. They're like, all of them are just clinging at once. So because that overwhelming feeling.
We all are part of the same society. We have shared the same emotions, same relation. Yes, this is how people are seen. And what happens? What happens that, I think it builds up because the society, the nation, they say, okay, army man, soldier, you're supposed to. I think these all things build you up. And we never think, I think I can share one phenomena. When people talk about that so-and-so sacrificed, this, I have a different take because I have started thinking on these issues now. Earlier, one never thought about this. But I was thinking that, everyone is afraid of death, okay? So what it is? Soldier, he does not see death when he's fighting. No. If he sees death, he'll be afraid, okay? He only sees that process and the passion. That I have to be there. You see the recently Galwan and the brutality with which, the injuries and all thing came up. But, it was in the mind that I have to do this. They're not afraid of death. So fear of death doesn't exist. It is that, there are the people who just pass away in that when they die, they might not be even knowing that they have died. That sort of a feeling. So it's good, I think. Yeah, I think so.
I guess Kajal got disconnected. Meanwhile, she joins in. Let me take a chance and share my feedback, my learning. To you. I was fortunate that when I joined telecom, after graduating, I joined space tech industry. We were working for ISRO, and then afterwards we started working for a couple of other international companies, and then the process entered telecom industry. First 7 of my bosses were from armed forces. I was fortunate that I have worked with a couple of colonels and brigadiers and all of them were from course and signal. And that is where one thing, if I sum up the learning or their style of work, is Army doesn't work on best effort basis. So if you have this motto in your life, that's what I have been taught. So I would say my guides into the industry and people who have taught me how to work is something that you never work on best effort basis. Either you work, if you say yes, it means you deliver. If you cannot deliver, you honestly say that there are constraints and I wouldn't be able to deliver. Then the other guy can actually empower you and then help you with it. So this is where you never work on a best effort basis. It's ho gaya to ho gaya, then there are miracles. It doesn't happen that way. So this is something one-liner learning from my gurus. I'm still in touch with all of them, and this is the sum total of my relationship with armed forces people. That when I call them or they call me, we pick up the phone with the same smile and talk for kind of half an hour altogether. And yes, sir, on this session, I would like to thank you for sharing your learnings, vulnerability. And one thing I learned from this session that yes, it is, people feel vulnerable, and there are ways you can overcome the situation, and you can still welcome vulnerability. So thank you so much, sir, for this session and sharing your wisdom with us. Who would like to go next? Saurabh, Vasant, can you go
Sure.
next? Yeah,
It is
please.
such a I can't. I don't have words now. I've done with my words. But such tremendous pleasure of ours to have you, sir. And the way Jayan sir, talked about today is awesome. In fact, 7E framework you might find somewhere in a Google, wherever. But what's most important is his application of his real life challenges into 7E. The kind of emotions and experiences with that emotional quotient that he poured in. Of course, with a nice picture, no doubt. I'll probably ever cherish and remember that picture of 3. It's difficult to forget that from your memory. And probably, the other thing that he spoke about on the leadership part of the vulnerability was really excellent. One thing I liked, rather than lessons learned, he talked, or takeaways. He say shareaways. That's a word I first time used to when I heard about one. That was wonderful word, sir. What else I probably whatever I would say, that's not going to be sufficient enough. But yeah, thanks for making it. Yes, of course, we started with 1987. That experience of yours when you shared that, and I'll remember this year and your experience that you shared about that. Uh, and that's kind of a moment that will. Yes, you are right. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Saurabh bhai. Thank you so much. And Vasant, can you put on your camera and share your feedback, please? Neeraja, Sudha, Chirag. Okay, it seems these guys are on mute or they are having some challenges. Fine. I would request Dr. Jubilant to share vote of thanks on behalf of PMI community. Dr. Jubilant, are you there? Yeah,
Yeah,
Vasant.
I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah, Vasant, are you comfortable sharing your feedback now? I can
Yes,
see you.
surely, surely, surely.
Please. Yeah, Vasant,
Yes, yes,
Dr.
thank
Jubilant, Dr. Jubilant, just wait. Yeah, Vasant, go ahead, please.
yes,
Yeah, thank you so
yes,
much,
yes, yes.
Brigadier JK. I think it is wonderful.
Vasant, you'll have, yeah, you'll have.
Hello?
Yeah,
Hello.
yes, we can
Thank
hear
you.
you. Please go ahead.
Thank you, JK, and thank you, Chintan, for organizing this wonderful session related to vulnerabilities. And I think I think whatever Brigadier mentioned, the 7 E's and discipline, dedication, determination, definitely I think we can overcome all the vulnerabilities. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Vasant. Thank you. Over to you, Dr. Jubilant.
Yes, 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 yes. Yes, Brigadier Tiwari sir, Chintan also sir, and all the esteemed distinguished participants from TMI community. It was very, very active and thought-provoking session provided by our dear guest, Brigadier Chayan Tiwari, and I'm sure that in future meetings he will be also joining with us actively so that we can share the views. And I take this opportunity to thank Mr. Tiwari, Brigadier Tiwari, and basically in the areas of concern in life, that is the family, health, and spiritual, intellectual. From the starting itself, you came directly to the point where we could directly connect our priorities and where we should go through it, and we could identify what vulnerability is. That's the best and first thing. Because morning I was asking Chintanji, what do you mean really with this topic and all? And he gave me a very good response to it. And after this session, I'm really, I'm really confident that I can have a systematic procedure where I can understand and ask what it is and how I can connect when it happens in my practical life. That is one of the big things, because theory can always be taught as teachers, but when we connect it with practical side, it is not always happening to the best thing. But I know that from his experience, where when the starting of the program, Brigadier started with sharing his experiences as in his life, which we really understood. Means how a practical person who was directly identifying the situations and how to responding it, really what vulnerability is on, how he is responding to it. And from there, means when he explained that, from that platform, when he explained that systematic procedures, then it was a really different feel for us. And anyway, being a person who is actively trying to improve myself every day, this session, this 2 hours, was really awesome and really helpful. And also the ideas shared by each of the members. That is one of the wonderful things happening in TMI community group, where all the participants, Chintanji is asking everyone to share their experiences and connecting with each other, so that we will be feeling a relief feeling among ourselves. I'm sure that this community will be moving and growing to the next level, and to a big number of active participants they will be getting. And I'm sure the efforts of Chintan Ji should have to be given active support. I sincerely thank our dear Brigadier Chayan Tiwari sir as for his sincere efforts. And surely we are waiting for your next 2 sessions to happen very recently, and we will be, I think surely the more participants will be including into that, just because of the content-wise richness which you provided. Thank you, Jain sir, for your efforts. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Pleasure.
Okay, thank you. And again, I would really, we should all sincerely appreciate this, the hard work and efforts from Chintanji for conducting such a wonderful movement and a wonderful thought-provoking system where we are having sessions on technology, management, and innovation. And the group is growing and growing day by day. And soon, I know that this will be a viral system where more people can contribute and go high. Thank you, Chintanji, for your all efforts and hard work for genuine.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And again, I sincerely thank.
Thanks. This wouldn't have been possible without active participation and contribution of everyone. So I am just the person who is facilitating. So thanks for complimenting me. I would like to take this opportunity to share information about our next webinar. Next Saturday, same time, we are going to have a webinar on art of storytelling, mastering the art of storytelling in 90 minutes. So we are getting an expert storyteller who has mastered this art, and he would be taking us through the elements of great storytelling activity, or how can you use storytelling in your sales activities, in narrating some presentation, sharing some concept. And this is going to be a great session. I have requested him to extend the session from 60 minutes to 90 minutes. So this is where we would be having another great session. I look forward for your participation. We have already shared the registration link, which I would be sharing once again. So thank you so much. Thank you, JK. And we formally look forward for your active participation in our TMI community as well. I will be adding you to our WhatsApp group. Thank you, sir. Have a great evening. And thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining in. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so
Thanks
much,
to all of you.
sir. Thank you. Amazing session.